Good evening and welcome back to MTG Card Collector. Haven't done one of these deck techs in a while. And I actually happened to watch Thrashing, I think that's how you pronounce his YouTube channel, Thrashing, with this deck actually earlier today. And I thought to myself, this is an awesome deck. I'm going to make it into paper form. And I told him so. And he told me, he gave me a couple ideas. And this is my take on his tribal deck. This is a deathtouch tribal deck. It is inspired by his deck, so we're going to go through it, and I'll tell you what I've added to it that's different than his. Now, there is one card that I'm missing. I need to buy 4 of them. I don't have any of them. That card is called Pestilent Spirit, and that Pestilent Spirit, basically, it makes all instants and sorceries have death touch. It's an awesome card. I don't have any. I need 4 of them. So that's my disclaimer. I don't have 4 of those, but they would be in here. But 4 hired poisoners. 1 drop, death touch, 1/1. Oh, his also had Orzhov's Enforcer, Orzhov, something like that. Orzhov's Enforcer, I believe it was. I like it, but I was thinking, I wanted to go a little different. Direfleet Poisoner, nice because it has Flash and Death Touch, and yeah, it says this other stuff here, but there's no other pirates in the deck, so we're not going to worry about that part of it. But it's a 2/2 for 2, Flash, Death Touch, easy thing to get in and to just kill a big creature. Nice thing about Death Touch is no matter how big the creature is, you're going to kill it. Pure and simple, you're going to kill it. There is a downside to this deck, but you try to go fast enough and you can probably go around it. Isareth the Awakener, 1 and 2. I got 2 of them in here. These other ones, you'll notice I had 4 of each. There, 4 of each. Got to have 4 of them. 4 and 4 and 4 and 4, and everything is 4 anyways. But 2 of these, Isareth the Awakener. Has Death Touch. It's a 3/3. It's a nice big body. It's a legendary creature. It's really the only reason why I have 2 of them. Don't want to sit with one of these in my hand. Just prefer not to. Nice thing about it is you're able to bring back cards. So where he had Menagerie, I don't. I'm not going to have that one. Ochran Assassin. It's 3 Death Touch. All creatures able to block Ochran Assassin do so. Nice thing about this is you're able to basically pick the creature you want to kill. Every one of them is gonna block this one, but you get to say, that one does. Yeah. All right. Poison Tip Archer. Nice way of getting flying creatures out of the sky. 2/1 black, 1 green. Has reach, has death touch, and whenever another creature dies, each opponent loses 1 life. So even if your creature dies, they lose a life. Their creature dies, they lose a life. It's a nice way of just saying, hey, lose a life. Got 4 of them in there. I am 1 short of this. Tetzimoc's Primal Death. I will be getting another one. 4 and 2. Has Death Touch. It's a legendary creature. Pay 1. Reveal Tetzimoc Primal Death from your hand. Put a prey counter on target creature. Activate this ability only during your turn. So you're able to do this and just put a prey counter and you show it off and you put a prey counter. And when you do cast it, when it enters the battlefield, destroy each creature your opponent controls with a prey counter on it. So kind of hefty in price, 6/6 for 6. But nice thing is you're going to eliminate a lot of creatures with it. All right, so one of my additions, one of my trade-ins, one of my differences between his deck and mine, Journey to Eternity. And this is kind of up in the air kind of thing. I thought to myself, it's a nice, you need to have it be able to bring back creatures, preferably some kind of creature. So I thought this would be a great one because if you get to do it, and you get its other side, it turns into a legendary land, you're able to pull creatures back from your graveyard without having to sacrifice them or exile them if they die. So it's kind of a nice thing. At least that's the idea, right? That was the idea. Okay, find Finality. Got 4 of them. Might downshift it to 3, but I got 4 of them. Find hybrid black, hybrid green. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. See, that's one of the reasons why this one's kind of iffy. Finality. For a black and a green. You may put a 2/1/1 counter counters on a creature you control. Then all creatures get -4/-4 until end of turn. So hopefully you're going to save one of your own creatures and destroy all the rest. So it's a nice way of wiping the board, especially with Carnage Tyrants out and about. You'll notice I did not put any Carnage Tyrants in this because I don't have any. That, and it's not a Death Touch, so I don't really care. Rabid Bite. Yep, Rabid Bite. 1 and a green. Target creature you control deals damage equal to a power to target creature you don't control. Notice it doesn't say fight. So the other creature doesn't do damage to your creature. Just your creature doing damage to the other creature. So you can take your Poison Practitioner and basically Rabid Bite his, I can't think of anything, Tetzimoc, and his Tetzimoc would die. Because his damage didn't come back the other way, his creature would die. So that's a nice way of doing it. That's the sorceries instance. I added a couple of Assassin's trophies. Just 2. Now, I know a lot of people are moving away from Assassin's Trophy because your opponent gets to have a land, but if you play this card right, and I've been saying this since day 1, if you play this card right, you are giving your opponent a land. But if you're doing a mid-range grindy deck anyways, that 1 extra land really isn't going to do anything. But their enchantments, because you're destroying a target permanent an opponent controls. Doesn't have to be a creature. It's a permanent. It could actually be a land. If you really wanted to get rid of a specific land, you can get rid of a specific land because it says destroy target permanent an opponent controls. You can get rid of a planeswalker. You can get rid of a enchantment. You can get rid of an artifact, whatever it is that's plaguing you after turn 6 or 7. There you go. Yeah, you're giving them a land, but you know what? They probably already have enough lands to do most of the damage anyways. But that's another reason why I only put 2 in here. I don't want to give them more than 2 land if I have to, and hopefully I'm not going to be pulling these all the time. But it's a way of getting, it's kind of like a blanket kill. Yes, you're giving them land. So don't cast this on turn 3, turn 4, turn 5, turn 6. Try to count, mid-game, turn 8, turn 10, turn 12. So that's why there's 2. And if you do have to use it on turn 4 against Ixalan's Binding, then so be it. Status and statue. Status. 1 black, 1 green. It's an instant. Target creature gets +1/+1, gains Death Touch until end of turn. My creatures already have Death Touch. I was thinking about putting in Thrashing Brantodon. This was if this is the card Thriss6 was talking about. He wanted me to take out 1 card and put in Thrashing Brantodon. I didn't agree with that at first, but now I am kind of leaning towards that because it does get rid of enchantments and artifacts. But this is a way of giving it also Death Touch. Statue. 2, a black and a green. Destroy target artifact, creature, or enchantment. So if you have a Thrashing Brantodon, you're able to beef them up, give them Death Touch. If you already have them out on the board, you can cast this side to get rid of that artifact or creature or enchantment. So it really just depends on how you want to do this. I'm actually leaning that way now, so I probably will be adding at least 3 Thrashing Brantodons in. They are big butted creatures for 3, so we'll give it a try, see how it goes. All right, and then the last part of this, yes, Vraska, Golgari Queen. I chose her because she has a built-in Death Touch. I mean, okay, she's a 4. +2 her, you may sacrifice another permanent. If you do, you gain 1 life and draw a card. Okay, so I just +2 her without doing the ability. You may sacrifice another permanent. I'm not going to sacrifice permanent if I don't have to. So I'm just going to up her. So she's a 6. She's an 8. She becomes a 10. But even if I have to use her -3, destroy target non-land permanent with converted mana cost 3 or less. Maybe they have a creature that just keeps annoying me. It's a flyer and I can't seem to get rid of it. -9, if I can get her up there, you get an emblem with whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game. So it's got a built-in Death Touch if you can get to her ultimate. Can't guarantee you're going to get to her ultimate, but if you can get to her ultimate, it's pretty cool. If I remember right, Pestilence Spirit, the card that I don't have, has Menace and Death Touch. So the nice thing about that is if they're going to block it, they have to block it with 2, and both of them are going to die. Pure and simple. They have to block it with 2. So even if one of them is a 1/1 creature and the other one is a 10/10 creature, they're both going to die. So it's a nice thing. If he blocks them with 1/1 creatures, yeah, you killed both of them and you get to keep your creature. So it's a nice thing. But that was one of my switches in the deck was that. Now when it comes to the land, 4 woodland cemeteries is a requirement. 4 overgrown tombs is a requirement. You'll notice I'm a little light on those. So I will be picking those up to play this. At least 4 to 5 forests. And we have 11 swamps. I'll probably be downgrading that to maybe 9 or 10. Yeah, probably 9. Take it down to 9. Up the swamps, because I'm going to put the Brantodons in there. And I'm going to get the other 5 cards that I'm missing. Missing a couple of them, but I'll get them. If you have any questions on this deck, please leave a comment down below. Very much appreciated. I will be testing this out of the Friday Night Magic or Type 2 Tuesday when I get a chance to test it, because I honestly believe that this deck will do very well. It's something that my meta hasn't seen yet. And unfortunately, Bushwhackers, the Bushwhackers do not watch my YouTube channel. So since they don't watch it, I will be bringing a deck like this, and I will be hopefully making a lot of my Bushwhacker friends a little bit upset. If you have any comments, please leave a comment down below. If you hit the subscribe button, you get to hear more content from me and get notified when I bring up a new episode. If you can, also leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you so are entitled to do so. But if you're going to leave a thumbs down, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what I did wrong, what I can do right. Any kind of criticism is good criticism. Thank you. Have a great night. And what day is today? February 4th, I believe. Yeah, February 4th. Hope everyone had a great weekend this past weekend. And I'll see you all. I'll see y'all on Friday night.